Friday night, Texas sky, we lit, house packed out, whole town in it, pace crash hard, heartbeat sink. This that show that make you think. Under them lights, we don't play, we ball. From the small town fields to the big state calls. We talk rivalries, legends, up next kings, breakdowns, hot takes, all them rings. Turn it up, don't miss this drive. Texas high school dreams so loud, so loud, so loud. You tuned in now, right that way. This the part they crave every Friday. Welcome to the show where the big hits roll. Texas under lights, we talk hard, we talk soul. From the first snap hype to the last play glow. It's Friday night, lights, let's go. Woo! Let's get old, let's get old, hey. Let's get old, let's get old, let's get old, hey. Woo!
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another incredible episode of Between the Hashes, your Texas high school football podcast. As you can see, we've got an incredible, prominent guest from an SEC powerhouse school, Mississippi State. I am just so thrilled to have him joining us tonight. I'm going to kick it right to RL.
Sir.
Go for it, bro. Who do we got?
First, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in with us. Thank y'all for watching the YouTube and everything. Y'all, we really appreciate y'all and the evaluation.
The support has been overwhelming. Yeah.
We love it. Please continue to send us those DMs. We're doing the evals and stuff on here. As he said, I'm overly excited about this guest that we've got this week. I've known this kid since before he stepped on Texas high school football field. He is at this time currently the starting receiver at Mississippi State. He has, as I said in the last teaser, ran a 4.32 40. This is my brother, my family, my nephew, Mr. Anthony A.E. Evans. Come on in, bro.
What's going on, baby? What's going on?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all for having me. Welcome to the show, man.
We are ecstatic to have you join the show, man. I want you to come on here to be yourself because I know you off of the football field and there's a lot of depth in your upbringing that you do give back to the community. And you know what I'm all about is being about those other athletes. And you are a prime example of what they should follow. And I want to make sure we gave you your shine on here as well.
Yeah,
No, for sure. For sure. I appreciate it.
I can tell you, I know before we started recording RL and before you came back, I was just telling Anthony, I watched him and Boobie Johnson on the 7-on-7 circuit kind of blossom and explode, and to watch his journey and now having him on the podcast, it's a big honor for me to meet you tonight and have you on here. So I'm thrilled having watched you from afar and seeing your journey now in college. It's an honor for having you on.
Appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here.
Such a long journey from that freshman year that I saw him on the football field here in San Antonio. And I want you to elaborate on that. First thing, let's elaborate on that, because when I first saw you, you weren't playing receiver. You was playing quarterback.
Yep.
So what keyed that change from you switching from quarterback to receiver?
Well, honestly, it started off with me going to my dad. I had told him, I feel like quarterback is kind of limiting me, because my strongest ability was, me being able to move in space, me having this speed that I have. And I felt like quarterback was, kind of holding me back from showcasing that ability. With me making that change, me having that conversation with him, as well as my high school coach, my wide receiver coach, a guy that I can talk to every day. I love him to death. with us sitting down having that conversation, it was really life-changing. As you can see, it literally changed my life. So,
well, it was always needed. He was so explosive at the quarterback spot. We had very good quarterback, very talented quarterback as well. But you could see it from the very beginning, Adam. It's like you had that genie bottled up and you wanted to let him out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how he was at quarterback.
And then once you let him out, you can't put it back in.
Exactly. You can't put him back in. You can't put him back in. He was just too explosive. And just like we've talked in our previous episodes about that athlete that you see on the field that you automatically know, and he doesn't belong here. This was on freshman ball. And I was like, nope, he don't belong here. He's just he was that many steps ahead of the talent that he was playing. So yeah, I've been a huge fan of this dude. Shout out to mom and dad. Hey, Isabel, shout out to y'all as well. And dude, I want to thank you for being on here. So let's kick it off. I just kicked you with one question there. Let's see what we got here. At what point in time did you realize that you could play at the next level?
I'd probably say right when I switched from, being a quarterback to going to receiver. I felt like that was a really turning point at myself. Like, I was able to see how good I actually was rather than, like you were saying, being bottled up, like having the football, having to do all this extra stuff, thinking all that extra stuff, instead of just going out there and playing. Like, just going out there playing and running and just being me. Like, I feel like I keep saying, quarterback was limiting me. Once I seen my abilities and what I was able to actually do when I got the ball in my hand in space, and I knew I was going to be electric. And that's the type of player I am.
And when you hit that junior year and that confidence kicked in, we could all see it. It was like, I'm not out here just doing it. I'm now the man. And that's when it kicked in that junior year. And that is, I knew it from your freshman year, because me and your dad had conversations and I already told him, no, he'll be playing on Saturdays and he's going on to play on Sundays. But it was at that junior year when I saw your confidence level go up. It was the leadership on the football field to where if they needed to play, they knew they were going to AE. The defense knew it, but they couldn't stop it.
That's how it is now. Like,
yeah,
I think I led the SEC in third down receptions. Like, when we need a play, I'm going to be that guy to make that play. Like you said, confidence is everything. Like, confidence changes everything. Like, everything. If you know you can make that play, who else could stop you? Like, that's really how it is.
So let me piggyback on that question. At what point in your college career have you now realized I can play in the NFL?
I'll probably say this year. Like, this year made me realize, because like we said off air, like, I didn't really have the opportunities, at Georgia that I got now. And now that I see, because, like you said, you kind of lose. Like, I didn't have the confidence I had, coming into college ball when, like you have at any change of scenery. Like, you going from you're going from high school to college to the NFL. Like, you just gonna have a change in like confidence because you not used to what you're seeing. So now I feel like junior year again, I was able to gain that confidence back, and now 67 catches in, or however many I had last year, I feel
67 catches, 831 yards, and 4 TDs, just so everybody knows. And just to say something on there, in the SEC. But I want to say this also for everybody out there listening. Out of high school, he was one of the most highly recruited athletes to come out of Texas, to come out of San Antonio, really at all. I mean, blows my mind. But out of Texas. And this young man out of Converse, Texas, goes and signs with Georgia for his freshman year. From Converse, Texas to Athens, Georgia. Congratulations, young man, because you worked to get everything that you've got. So congratulations on that.
Now, I appreciate it.
I asked you this before, and I got to ask you this now. What moment do you most remember from playing college football so far? What is that moment that stands out to you the most?
So far, I have to say that first touchdown. That feeling was just something I'll never feel again. Scoring that first touchdown against, I think it was a top 5 team in the country at the time, or in a bowl game, Florida State, my freshman year, on a slot fade, that's just going up and grabbing it and then doing a little dance at the end. Like, it went viral. So, I was able to see that replay, and, I'm still able to see that replay and just see how far I've came. Like, it's truly a blessing. But yeah, that's got to be my most memorable moment in college.
But being that I'm a fan, I have my most memorable moment. And I can remember standing up in my living room hollering and screaming when I saw this one. But I'm going to key this up because I want to show everybody, which is my favorite moment that AE has. And this was this past season. Game-winning touchdown against Arkansas.
On 4th and 4, shape and throw.
Wow.
And Evans, that's a first. And that is a spin and a touchdown. Anthony Evans. Right.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I do. I know I do.
I didn't think that game was ever going to end because y'all just kept going back and forth.
Yep. Nah, that is a memory. That's a memory I'll never forget as well. Game-winning touchdown, that's something you can't forget.
Yeah.
On 4th and 4.
4th and 4. First SEC win for, Mississippi State in the last, I think it was 3 years. First SEC win for Jeff Lebby as a head coach, who is somebody I trust, who's somebody I love. It's just memorable. Something I'll also never forget either. Yep. That's a good one.
What was your thoughts when that play was called and you caught that ball, what were your thoughts? Just to get the first down, or I'm going to the house?
So my thoughts was it was a choice route, and the thing is like I told you earlier, like third down, fourth down, I know what the play is. I know it's coming to me. So I knew I had the team on my back at this point. Like, I have to make this play. So it was pressure coming inside, but they had like a little lurker right there. So I knew. And it was man-to-man, so I knew when in doubt, break out. That's for all choice routes. When in doubt, break out. So I broke out, and, you know, it's fourth down. My depth is at 5 yards, 6 yards. I ran it short. So I knew originally I was thinking to stick the ball out, get the first down. You could probably find another angle. I'm holding the ball like this, ready to dive and get the first. But he ended up sliding off, and at that point, I seen literally two guys. One guy was out of bounds. One guy was coming at an angle. I knew I had the upper hand, and I just tried to run through their face and get to the end zone.
Showed that strength. And got in that end zone. And that was, like I said, I was hollering and screaming at that point, man. I think I was hoarse the next day. But yeah, I was hollering and screaming at that point.
Nah, that was a good one. I love that one.
Yeah. Good. What you got, Adam?
You know, you cut your teeth playing in the great state of Texas. Texas high school football ain't nothing like it. What Friday nights in Texas, what about playing Friday night football in Texas taught you that still shows up on Saturdays in your game in the SEC?
I'll probably say, you know, handling adversity. You know, adversity is something that you're going to face all your life, whether it's football or just being a man or a human being itself. And, you know, with playing in 6A football, you know, it's going to be adversity every week. You're going to play somebody every week who's going to give you a challenge. And, you know, just growing up with that and playing with that, it really taught me to, you know, have that good mindset and, you know, have that push and drive to myself, as well as like with my father as well. He pushed me and drove me every day to be a better man and be a good football player. But just growing up with that and having those situations happen in high school, it really prepares you for the future.
Yeah. That's good.
Plus the size of the crowds that you play in Texas. I mean, some colleges, they playing in that less than that.
Yep.
But you start off, it's Texas football, man. These stadiums we got down here, for those that are outside of Texas and don't know, man, you're looking at thousands and thousands and thousands of people on a Friday night.
That's true.
So my next one for you. Go ahead, piggyback. Yes.
I was going to piggyback off on that one and say, you know, as you look back throughout your career in high school, what part of your high school game translated immediately to your college game?
It was not a question. It was my speed. Speed is not going to leave as long as you keep training. So that's my strength. So obviously I'm working every day to get faster. You know, like that's my strength in my game. So I'm just going to keep building on that. So that's what it should be translated.
That
Speed
would be
kills
one
at any
that
level.
would be 1A to me. As a scout and evaluator, that's 1A. 1B is the strength of this man's hands.
Yeah, that's very true. I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
That's 1B.
When that comes with repetition, though. You gotta.
Lots of reps on the jugs machine.
Jug machine and them little. You gotta have finger strength too. Finger strength is where it's at.
Yeah, to come up, to go into traffic, go up and attack the ball and come down with it. That like I said, that would be 1B, is the strength of this man's hands when he goes up to get the ball. All right. I'm going to shift it a little bit because you know my background and what I do here. And I got to ask you this question for the youngers, for them young ones that are watching. If you could speak to your 13-year-old self or a group of 13-year-old kids right now getting ready to step into high school, what would be the advice that you would give yourself for those youngsters?
I'd probably say trust yourself. Nobody's going to believe in you like you believe in yourself. So that goes back to what we were saying with me making that change. And just keep the people in your corner who you feel as if are going to help you and who you see is helping you. Keep them in your corner because, you know, one day you're going to need somebody. You can't go through all of this in life alone. You can't go through life by yourself. So that's really all I got to say. And the confidence as well. You know, confidence is key. You know, you ain't going to go nowhere not believing in yourself. So
I want to piggyback on that. I want to piggyback on that and say, or ask you this, you know, what advice would you give to a incoming 2027 senior in the junior class of 2028 that are, you know, going through the recruiting process, trying to get those offers at any level? Because it's a blessing to play college football at any level. Less than 2% of high school athletes make, you know, the ability to go play college football, college athletics in general. So what advice would you give a 27 or 28 that's a recruit that's trying to get those offers?
I'll probably say keep going. Everybody's time is different. You know, everybody's time is not at the same time. Just keep working, keep your head down, and, you know, everything's going to come. It's always God's plan. So That's all I
One
gotta say.
thing, and just to piggyback off that, and I hate to preach it, but
Preach it.
I've watched you since you was a freshman, before your freshman year. One thing that I would say to these athletes, if you want to get to this level or you want to get to an offer in college, period, follow this young man's work ethic. This young man is one of the hardest working kids that I've seen play football. And he's always working at his craft. And it's like he said, he started off at quarterback. He trained and everything for that, and he made the switch. As soon as he made the switch, the work ethic just continued and carried over to where he worked even harder. And even on your speed, you know, it was the speed, it was the route running, it was the hands, it was the IQ, watching the film, all of that stuff. Pay attention to, and the coaches pay attention to that as well. They want to know how bad you're working. Do you sit there? It's on I don't know, it's a Saturday morning, and do you want to lay in bed, or are you out there training, getting ready to go?
Somebody else doing it. If
Exactly.
you're not, somebody else is.
Exactly. If you're not, somebody else is. Exactly. There's always somebody out there that's going to be working just as hard or harder than you are.
Because if you're a receiver, that DB across from you is working.
Not even that. It's other receivers working to get to where you're trying to get to.
Yep.
Exactly.
100%.
Either way, you competing with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
All right. Well, let's say this. Going back to, you've talked about Coach Levy. You talked about your receiver coach, all your coaches. Out of all your coaches and all your time that you've grown up playing this game, in life, period. I'll put it that way, in life, period, because I know your dad. This is in life, period. What is one of your favorite quotes?
This is a good one. I'll probably say Coach Carl on my dad. Like they're very similar. Coach Carl was my receiver coach at Judson.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still somebody I communicate with daily because, you know, I feel like he gives me great advice. So him
Shout
and my
out
dad,
Coach Carl. He's up there at Marion now, ain't he?
Marion.
He's at Marion High School.
Yep. So I think I quoted it earlier, like nobody's gonna believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So that right there has stuck with me forever. Like, you know, nobody is gonna, you know, have the confidence in you if you don't got it in yourself. Like that's how it is. Like you talk about hands, you know, that's all confidence. All of this is confidence. So that's probably what, you know, is my biggest and favorite quote that I have.
So I'm gonna piggyback on that and say, obviously, it's apparent Coach Carl had a big impact on your life. What other coach or teammate through your journey has had the biggest impact on your development and on you as a man?
Teammate wise, I have to go Lad McConkey.
Okay.
You know, just seeing him work, you know, seeing where, you know, what he was doing, you know, he's an undersized receiver. And, you know, he's a guy that I've seen work. Him and Brock every day was in the training room at 5 a.m. in the morning, opening the training room up with them. But like Georgia was a very big blessing to me, being able to see how, you know, they're already good. How are they going to get better? And, you know, me seeing that from the greats, you know, Lad McConkey, you know, Brock Bowers, you know, they're still in the league, you know, doing their thing. And, you know, they're in like year 3. I think they're going on year 3 now. So, you know, that was a blessing seeing them grow and, you know, being behind those guys and seeing those guys as well. Like basically, you know, I'm on the team with them, so I see them daily. But seeing what they're doing, their daily routine, sticking by it daily, it was amazing to see. And I've got my own routine and, you know, sticking by that, you know, it's going to get me somewhere. And I truly believe that.
Yeah, you had those in front of you that set that example for you. And that was a great example to follow.
Yeah, absolutely. That's incredible.
What you got, Adam?
All right. What was your biggest misconception that you had about playing Power 4 football?
Ooh.
I'll probably say, you know, a lot of people think you got to be big in order to play college football. I feel like if you're smart, especially at the receiver position, if you're smart, you study, you got the IQ, you know how to take hits, you know, because that's a big thing. It's you got to know how to take hits. You can't just take the hit, you know, giving them your back, you know, it's little things like that where you got to study the game and study the greats and study the guys who've played for a very long time and, you know, see how they've played for a long time. You know, that's probably something I feel like is a big misconception. If you know how to take care of your body and you're smart, you got that football IQ on the field, it should be no reason you don't play for a long time.
So what's a technique when you're coming across the middle, catching a slant or a dig or, you know, a 15-yard in route? What's one technique that you can give advice for on giving them the part of your body that isn't going to get you hurt?
So I've been taught, because, you know, obviously, you know, this is my money year. So I've been taught, you know, how to take hits. And, you know, recently I got told to, you know, give the quarterback your chest. Rather you're coming across the middle, you know, give them your chest, because for one, it reduces the surface. You're not facing straight up towards, you know, the defender coming at you. You're going to take a side shot. That's always better than taking the shot head on. So if you're taking the shot, it also helps you catch the football because then at that point you have more. The ball is going to hit your body. If you can't catch it, you're going to have a second opportunity to catch it. So I'll probably say, always try to turn your chest towards the quarterback if you coming across the middle or you feel that contact is coming.
But we don't drop passes. We don't
drop passes.
We don't drop passes.
If you coming across the middle, you're gonna get hit anyway. So you might as
catch
well
the ball.
Yeah.
Catch the ball.
Yeah.
You're going across it, you're gonna get hit anyway. Catch the ball.
Whereas
So-
if you drop through, you're gonna get hit anyways.
I got another question. I know I didn't send you this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
No, it's good. Keep it coming.
From your memory, what's the hardest hit you've ever taken, and who gave it? And who gave it?
Honestly, I don't even remember who gave it because I didn't wake up. Florida this past year, I was 11 catches in. I was 11 for 11. 11 targets, 11 catches at this point. I had maybe about 125 yards at this point. I truly didn't even remember the game. I don't know what happened. So I had to go back and watch it. So I had caught a stop route. I think this was my 11th catch. I caught a stop route. I believe it was like 40 seconds left in the game. Caught it, tried to turn up field, and I got smashed both sides. And I don't remember what happened after that. I know we ended up, this was to win the game. Like we was driving to win the game. I think, we had a chance to win the game and we had ran another choice route. My backup came in, ran a choice route, and my quarterback ended up throwing a pick to the nose guard. The nose guard had dropped, and he played right under the same choice route that we had ran against Arkansas. But my backup, he broke in instead of out.
Get out.
He saw pressure and broke in. Even then, I feel like he made the right decision because based off of what we were taught. But I'll tell him to this day, like I always tell him, he's not here at Mississippi State anymore. But I always tell him like, when in doubt, break out. Like he saw pressure, but he also saw the nose dropping. And it's the end of the game. I don't remember how many timeouts we had. Like I said, I don't know. But it's the end of the game. You break out. It's man to man. You break out. You catch the ball, get out of bounds. You live to fight another day. You come across the middle. You're gonna get hit. Who knows? You leave it up to chance. You get hit. You fumble. Anything
Or you
can
throw a
happen.
pick.
Or you throw a pick. But yeah, I'll probably say Florida. I don't know who gave it to me, but I did what I had to do. 11 catches, 120 some yards. I had a great game, but we ended up losing. So that's what it is.
On top of that, what is your favorite route to run?
I would probably say
know.
anything past 15 yards to where I could take the top off the defense.
The speed, the
He's
9 route,
gone.
the go.
He's gone.
I'll probably say the corner post is my favorite route. I've scored off that a couple times, that last year. And yeah, I'll probably say the corner post. Really, like I say, anything past 15.
So do you still have that rule at 10 yards? If you're even, you're leaving?
10 yards, that's too far. If I'm winning at the line,
You're gone?
it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then
Ain't nobody catching you.
It's not possible because like I said, like speed is my strength. And I'm very smart, so I'm gonna fight into you. Either you're gonna fall or you're gonna hold me. That's what's gonna happen.
He's
Man, I
gone.
love that IQ, man. That's awesome.
He's gone. All right. One more, and then I'm going to get into some more relaxed questions. One more I want to ask you is, what would you say was your hardest adjustment from high school to college?
I feel like everybody's gonna say the same thing. Whoever you ask, it's probably the speed of the game. Because it's a lot more going on. Especially at the receiver position. You got to see everything, especially in the slot. Like you got to see the nickel, you got to see the safety, you got to see the backside safety, you got to see what the corner's doing, if he's pressed or not, if he's off or not. What depth they're at. That's really gonna tell you everything. And see if the linebackers, like I said, you see if the linebackers are blitzing or if they're dropping, that's gonna tell you a lot too. So it's the speed of the game. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes.
But it takes having patience, studying, and being able to sit down. If this is what you really want, you're willing to do it. That's what it is.
With you doing that as well, how much time? I know you did in high school, but how much time do you think? No, let's not say that. What you just touched on it for these high school kids. I'm asking you questions because I'm getting ready to start covering them real deep, and we got some ballers here in San Antonio too. Just so you know,
No, for sure, for sure.
We got some ballers that's coming up. San Antonio's getting on the map, but we'll talk about that later. To those high school kids that'll see this and they follow me or whatever, I want them to see this and I want them to know what is the importance of starting to watch film, analyze film in high school.
So I would say in high school, we had started it, with, but I didn't really take it as serious as I should have. I feel like if you able to diagnose what's happening before it happens, it's a no-brainer. You're gonna know what to do. Quarterback's gonna know what to do. That's why it's so big for the quarterbacks to watch film, you know. But we have to do it as well because they're throwing to us, so they're relying on us to know what to do as well. You know, film is a big thing. You know, I watch it a lot. Like, I'm already getting into the guys, and we don't play for another, you know, about 45 days, and I'm already studying. I study players. I study their tendencies. I study the defenses. I study the backups. You know, I study everybody. Everybody that could possibly be lined up in my vicinity, I'm studying them.
When you're studying film, are you studying film from, let's say, are you studying film from the last time you played them, or are you going back to the season before and watching the tendencies of what that defensive coordinator and what those players are doing?
So I watch players first. I watch the players, you know, from where they're, you know, everybody transfers nowadays. So I watch from where they previously were at.
Okay.
And then I go watch the DC, whether he was there or rather he was somewhere else. It's kind of tough to watch off-season film because you got to do a lot more research. You got to find out where they were this past season, where the DC was this past season, and how would they be used in that defense. You kind of got to put the picture together. But, you know, it's once you figure out the type of players that they are, you know, you'll be able to figure out if he's going to play strong safety or nickel or free safety or corner. You'll be able to figure that stuff out. But, you know, studying film is always a big thing for me because, like I said, you got to know what to do before it happens.
So how many hours would you say right now you're watching film?
Right now or during the season? Right now, I really watch film Monday by myself, and then I watch film Tuesdays and Thursdays with my receivers, who we probably watch film together as a receiver room, maybe about 2 hours. And, you know, I run the meeting right now. Our coaches are gone. You know, we watch film on players, teams, whatever. We watch film on ourselves as well. I tend not to try to watch film on myself because, you know, I try not to look at the past, but also I got to see what I need to work on as well. You know, but, you know, I probably watch film a lot. I don't even know how many hours, but I watch film a lot.
So how many hours do you watch during the season?
During the season, every day. During the season, every day, before practice, after practice, I watch practice, and then I try to like know. I know what he's gonna do. Like I need to know everything about him, everything about this player. I take like maybe about 2 pages of notes specifically over a team.
Oh, wow. And I want to go back to something you said a second ago because I want to make sure that the high school athletes caught this. You are leading your receiver group because your coaches aren't there.
Yeah, my coaches aren't here.
So for you high school athletes that are in summer workouts or aspiring to go to the next level, it's not always watching film when the coaches are around. It's doing the things that are necessary to improve not just yourself, but your position group on your own. Take that. That's a leader.
Like I said earlier, you're not gonna be able to go through this alone. You can't do it all by yourself. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot with other people. Like, you're gonna have to bring a lot of people with you because really, like, truly, like, at this point, I'm the leader of the room. Like, I'm one of the leaders of the team. I have no choice but to bring others with me.
Yep.
I know I'm gonna need help during the season. I got to find out who that guy is, and, you know, I got to see who really wants it. And I'm gonna have some say so, rather who's lined up with me or not. So if I find out you're not taking it serious, then you won't be out there.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm a big guy, like a big leadership guy. I read a couple books a month. Most all the books I read are leadership books, but John Maxwell is one of my favorite leadership authors. And he always says everything rises and falls on leadership. And he also says, if you think you're a leader and you turn around and nobody's following you, you're just a lone ranger.
Yeah, exactly. That's very true.
So things you're doing is leadership. And I'm excited to watch the receiver group for Mississippi State, because if you're doing those kind of things on your own during the summer, y'all are going to have a good year.
We are, for sure. 1,000 catches a week. You know, watch film. You know, everybody has their iPad, so it should be no reason you don't watch film on your own. And, you know, it should be no reason you don't know what's going on, rather it's an install, rather it's, you know, what to do on a play or what depth it's at, what route, what side is what. Like, it should be no reason you struggle with anything in sports, period. If you really, like I said earlier, if you want this, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it.
So, awesome.
So back to some football stuff is when you are, let's just go back to these high school athletes. You're an example for them. You're an example for them. Explain to a high school athlete, doesn't matter what, let's just say a receiver. let's explain to a receiver coming into college, whether it's whatever level it is, give them a day, your day of practice. When does it start and when does your day end? During the season, when does your day start? What do you do throughout the day? Label it out. Let them know, hey, this time I'm doing this. This time I'm doing this. I don't go to bed until this time. Give us that full day of what they can expect when they get to a SEC school and practice.
Okay, so
That's a good one.
I'll tell you how it is at Mississippi State because it's kind of different. It differs from which school you're at. Like at Georgia, we were afternoon practice team. Mississippi State, we're a morning practice team. So when I wake up, during the season, I wake up, give me a good break. Well, I'll say this. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 a.m. Then we have to sit down and eating by 6 at the facility. As a team, we got to sit down and eat. This is every day. So we have check-in at 6. And like I said, I live about 30 minutes away. So I have to wake up a little bit earlier than everybody else. I get there at 6. We didn't start at 7:30. So by that time, you're already there. So it should be no reason you leave. I've already established this with, guys. That once you're in the building, you're in the building. There should be no leaving until it's time to go home and go to sleep. Because ain't nobody got no school our school building is across the street. That's not something you got to get in your car for that you got to go home and do something. So 6 o'clock, I'm there, I'm eating. By that, I should be done by 6:30. I go get some recovery or pre-recovery and, try to get my body together before practice. So then 7:30, we have special teams meeting and that probably lasts about an hour. So you go from special teams meeting and everybody's in there, no matter the position, everybody's in there. Then you go to team meeting and then you go to position meetings. No, after team meeting, then you go to offensive meeting. Then after offensive meeting, you go to position meeting. And then after position meeting, you'll probably be about 10 o'clock at this point. So you're in meetings for about 3 hours, 2.5 hours until you even go put your stuff on. And even then they give us about a 15, 20 minute, rest time. And that little 15, 20 minutes, I'll try to go get in the cryo, try to get my body wake up a little bit, get it cold and stuff like that. They say that helps with recovery and, I don't know what they call it, rehab or whatever. So I go do that, go to practice for about 2.5 hours. We finish at about 1 o'clock. And after that, I get rehab for about another hour and a half. So probably about 2:30, I'm done, get everything I need. And then after that, I'll go, we watch practice over. So, they give us like a little hour and a half to get recovery or whatever, shower, change, eat again, do whatever you need to do. But like I said, there should be no reason you leave. They feed us, you have breakfast, lunch, dinner at the building. Like it should be no reason you leave. So after that, recovery, get lunch. So it's probably about 2:30, 2 o'clock-ish at this time. We go back to the receiver room, watch film, over practice, everything that happened in practice. And then the next morning, after practice, we're studying the team we're playing that week. And then the next morning, you come in and then you're studying the players, the install for that week. And that's truly how it is. So you're probably there from about 6 a.m. to and then after 3:30, you go to class. So it's a pretty long day, but like I always say, if you really want it, you're going to do whatever it takes to get it. It's a real long day.
Appreciate that. That gives them an insight of what to expect, because I think it's a lot of athletes that think it's I'm gonna go in the morning, I'm gonna go to practice, do whatever, blah blah blah. Then the kids in high school now, we go to practice after school. Then after practice, I'm going home and go play or do whatever. Yeah, see,
You can go home.
yeah, see, it ain't none of that.
And then by that time you get home, it's time you're gonna shower and then you're gonna eat dinner, and who knows, it's probably about 8:30 or that time it's time to go to sleep again because you gotta wake up at 5 in the morning the next morning. So recovery is the best sleep. Or sleep is the best recovery.
Especially if you're an athlete, devote yourself to your craft. All of that outside noise, it does nothing. Well, some of it's necessary. It lets you help as long as you got a good group around you. But if you fall into that crowd that wants to go out and do something, there ought to be something in the back of your head, or your mom and dad, or somebody standing on your shoulder, be like, "Hey, get your behind away from that and go home." You need to make sure y'all pay attention to that, because it's catching up with a lot of these athletes. They just can't let go. And I can say it because I'm from there. You can't let go of the hood. Let the hood go, especially if you want to get where you want to. How much are you willing to sacrifice? How much are you willing to sacrifice?
Like, we got to realize, like, as athletes, like, we're targets. Like, We got a
Yep.
target on our back. Like,
Yes.
everybody knows who we are. And I feel like, the perfect example of this is, I hate to say it, but like, being at Georgia, like I've literally witnessed it. Like I've witnessed us being targets to, whether it's officers, whether it's women, whether it's, just fans. Like we're always targets. Everybody's going to know who we are. This is an image you cannot change. Like name, image,
Yeah.
and likeness, like they say. Your name is going to ring a bell. Your image is what's going to set it off. Like that's it. And, I tend to go back to Georgia and, visit my friends and stuff like that. And then I literally watched, I don't really want to get too much into it, but Zach
Yeah.
Branch, that night he got arrested, I was there. And, he's one of my good friends. A lot of people like to create this narrative that we're not, just because we competed for the same position and stuff like that. I left and he came in. Like, we're not cool. But, me and him we're very tight. I just seen him last week in Miami. His image and how that happened, he did nothing wrong, but the officer knew who he was, and they had this image of him that they did not like,
Yeah.
and put him in cuffs. And charges ended up getting dropped, but it was on the internet, and he was in that draft process when it was going on. That's just not a good image that you want to have.
What is the mature? It takes a different type of human. I have to say, it's just a different type of human, and it takes the maturity level. How is it when you're at that opposing team's field? How are those fans?
It's pretty bad. It's just something you got to take.
Yeah, I mean, because you're hated. You're hated.
You are
You're
hated.
the opposite team. You're the rival. I know they hate you, and I know that. But how do you explain to them, these younger athletes? Because high school is different. Y'all are kind of separated from everybody else. But when you're running in that stadium, those fans are right above you. They're right in your ear when you're going up that tunnel.
Right on
How-
top of you.
How do you maintain that maturity of composure to keep yourself composed? Because you see it a lot. You've seen it a lot in college football. You've seen it in the pros some as well, in different sports where they let the crowd get to them. How do you keep yourself composed in that?
So I'll say this. So the fans know a lot more than you think. And, I realized this, I would say my sophomore year when, I was on like everybody knew that Texas game was big for me when I was in Georgia. First time going to Texas, everybody knew. Coaches knew, players knew. And, that was probably one of my best games at Georgia. That and, I hate to say it, when we played Mississippi State, that was one of my best games as well. Now, I think I had about 4 catches. But what I will say is when I was in warm-ups, it was me and another player who's like my best friend to this day, Dylan Bell. We're both from Texas. They knew what high school we went to, our parents' names, how many yards we had. Like, they was naming it, like, from the stadium, like, from the stands, just yelling at us. Everything that we didn't think they would know. And, it's tough. You just got to keep your composure and just laugh at them because they're not in between the white lines, so it doesn't really matter what they say. They have no control over what happens in the game. A lot of people may think they do, but at the end of the day, it's just noise and just yelling. You should not be focused on that at all. Focus on the guys that are on the field in between the white lines. So it's tough. I will say it's tough. I've experienced it a lot. I experienced it a lot last year. And you will see me a lot, like, when I catch the ball, like, for example, in that Arkansas clip, I just go like this. Like, that's all I do. I play ball. That's it. I let my game talk. I don't really say too much.
That's awesome.
That's all right, because your mom and daddy be doing all the hollering.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure
they
they
do.
do.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
They be
And
doing
if
all
they
the hollering.
don't, RL does.
Oh, yeah.
They do for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. I'm going to do it from a game this year. I am going to do it. Y'all can't fuss at me no more. AE's junior, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Because like once again, like you said, we have a target. So
Yeah.
they can do whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we retaliate, we're in the wrong. We're professionals. This is you're not willing to risk your name and image for anything. You don't want to. I think my dad told me this. You don't want to give anybody a story or anybody an image about you that is not true. It's no need to just do anything extra that's not necessary.
I tell my son all the time, like when you have that jersey on, especially at the college level, your last name's on the back of it. And so when you're out there, you said it, you're representing your name, your image, but you're also representing your daddy's name, your mama's name, your uncle's name, your grandmama's name, like all your relatives. You're representing this high school you graduated from. You're representing the school that you currently are attending, and the program, the coaches,
The donors,
everything.
everybody.
there's so many people that are attached to the Evans last name that if you go off the handle, it's not just you that's getting ruined. It's everybody that you represent.
One thing
And that
I
goes
love
for high
about
school kids too. Like high school
one thing
kids,
I love
like,
about you is AE will chirp. He will chirp.
Yeah,
But when he's chirping, he's walking back to the huddle. He's walking back to the huddle. And I love that about him, how you keep that composure. And like you were saying, Adam, I have taught that since with my kids, all the kids that I've coached and everything else. When you are out there, you are representing your family. You are representing your family name. Now, this is what these people, exactly, these what these people going to think is associated with your family if you go out there and act a fool. No,
Well, and
conduct yourselves the way you're supposed to.
it goes to off the field too. I mean, in the classroom, in the hallways at the school,
Exactly.
at the restaurant, you know,
Somebody
on
will
campus,
see you that
somebody's
knows
gonna
your
find you.
grandma. Somebody will see you that knows your uncle, and they'll be like, "Hey, I saw him over here acting a fool and such and such, such and such." No, you never know who's watching. There's always somebody around that knows you or knows somebody that you know. Keep your representation tight. Keep it tight.
That's what Kirby taught us as well. Don't be an ESPN ticker. That's what he says. Because like he said, we got the image, but don't be an ESPN ticker. You got the logo on the front. You got the Nike logo or Adidas logo, whatever school you is on the top left, top right. That's the last name on the back. Don't disrespect those.
There it is. There it is. You got anything else, Adam?
Man, I've got a bunch of rapid fire fun stuff.
Okay. Well, let me start the rapid fire fun stuff. First thing I want to add is I want to ask this: what is your favorite food?
I'd probably say pasta. It's pasta, spaghetti, homemade spaghetti. You know, I don't really get it much, but homemade spaghetti.
There you go.
You know, it's funny. Ariel and I are both grandpas. We were talking about our grandkids on the last episode. Our grandbaby was at the house this weekend. She loves pasta, bro. She's like you. She likes pasta. And we asked her what she wanted for dinner the other day, and she goes, pasta.
It's still grandbabies. I'm telling you, man. I'm a grandpa now, and I love it to death.
Yep. It's crazy.
What else you got, Adam?
All right. Burgers or pizza?
Pizza. I don't like burgers.
All right.
What?
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation. I don't like Xbox.
All right.
That controller is too weird.
The controller on the Xbox is weird. NCAA College Football 27 or Madden 27?
I don't really like neither. It's too much funny and janky stuff that be going on. But I'm on that college football right now. So
Yeah. All right. Are you Dynasty mode or Road to Glory?
Dynasty.
All right. Who did you pick as your Dynasty mode?
So I'm in a league right now, and I'm rocking with Oregon right now. So we do like a little spin the wheel, and I feel like Oregon's the best team in the game right now. I go in between Oregon, and I sincerely hate this team. I'm 0-3 versus them, and Bama. I go in between them two, so that's the two teams I'm going with. But right now I'm Oregon, and it's about 20 of us in there, so it'd be fun.
All right. Let's slide over to some basketball. LeBron or Jordan?
Bron.
Come on, man.
I love Bron. Come on, I love Bron.
You are that generation. It's all good.
Yeah, he's that era.
I love Bron.
Off air, I'll tell you the reasons why Jordan's the GOAT, but I digress.
Perfect. I love to hear it.
All right, let's see. Favorite shoe?
I don't really know. I don't really wear shoes. Like, I don't really wear shoes, so I'm not really
a shoe
into that
guy?
stuff like that.
Not a shoe guy?
Nah. I used to be, but not really, not no more.
Are you a car guy?
I'm a car guy, yeah, for sure.
All right, what
For
car are you
sure.
driving now?
I drive a Hellcat Durango.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
And it black?
It's black. Yeah, I think I'm finna get it wrapped though. I don't know. I don't really know yet, but I kind of want to trade it in, but I think I'm gonna keep it for right now because I want to get my dream car. Obviously I've been blessed, but I think I'm just wait on that.
What's your dream car?
A Urus. Let me get a Urus.
Oh, come on now. All right.
I'm a Urus guy.
Are you a classic car guy at all?
Nah, not really. I'm not into
Not
that.
Not into that? All right.
Dude, yeah.
Then I'll save my question. I was going to ask you Mustang or Camaro, but
I had a
Mustang.
Camaro. I had a Camaro.
Yeah,
You did?
Yeah.
I did love the Camaro.
all
I had a
right.
Camaro. Yeah.
All right.
Let
Let's
me
see.
let me
Go
throw
for
this
it.
one in there. You're on the field pregame. Matter of fact, it's October.
Yeah. Young boy.
This-
I'm playing young boy in my ear right now.
He already knew what I was
playing
finna
young
ask. He
I'm
already knew what I was
playing
finna
young
ask.
boy, for
What's
sure.
going on in them heads? What's going on in the headphones? What is it playing?
I'm playing any young boy, or I don't know if y'all old, y'all grandpas, like y'all said, or I'm playing some Rack Baby. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Y'all probably don't.
Nope.
But Rack
Nope.
Baby and Young Boy, them youngers gonna know who I'm talking about.
My son will know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Rack Baby and Young
Yeah.
Boy, them my two right there.
So I already know 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna make it up there. Y'all got a crowd of people that's gonna be at the UT game, but I know I'm gonna be watching that game, and I'm gonna see you. And when I see them headphones on, I know what's gonna be playing.
You gonna know what's going on. You gonna know what's going. Typically, I've been trying to get out of like wearing headphones on the field. I like to be in the moment. Like I like to, feel and just learn, just be in the moment. Especially with this being my last year, I for sure like want to be in the moment and see everything. I feel like that don't really affect me. Like, I mean, I'm a music guy. I love music, but I feel like everybody has their different ways of like getting locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I like to just be in the moment. Like I said, it's special to me. This is what I am. Football is what I am. This is what I got.
Yeah.
So I got a music related one. Drake or Kendrick Lamar?
Drake.
My son's Drake too. He can't stay. He was so giddy the day he dropped his new album. He stayed up till midnight just to listen to everything.
Me too. Drake is my guy. I love Drake. Drake is arguably, I don't know how y'all feel, but Drake is the GOAT. Drake is the GOAT.
Yeah, Levi's Drake.
Great. The GOAT of what?
Everything. He can do everything. Sing, rap, slow it down, speed it up, do whatever.
Okay. You just said Drake is the GOAT. Okay. I put that as an era. I'm gonna get that to you because I respect the dude. He was there as well. But bars wise,
who are we gonna say? Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z. Who are we gonna say?
Bars wise, I'm talking bars. He's better than Kendrick.
Kendrick is a lyricist, so I'll give it to Kendrick. But
okay. All right. Well, see,
you're not finna sit here and.
No, I understand. I understand where. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. He gives you that vibe to where you're gonna bounce. You got this. He's gonna tell you a story. He's gonna do all of it. But when it comes down to the lyricist, you
listen to Drake driving in the morning, driving at night, midday.
Yeah.
That's what I need. That's what I'm saying. Like it don't matter when whatever song you can cut on. You can go to his name and just click the first one that pops up.
Yeah,
and driving
night, morning, don't matter.
Understood.
That's Levi too, Ariel.
Yeah, understood.
And I will say, like, I don't understand half the lyrics that are in the songs these days, but I do like Drake's music. Like, he's got some catchy beats.
He does, and really, like at this point, like, who's really listening to the lyrics anymore? Like you listen to the beat. The first thing you hear is the beat. Like you got to catch the beat, you got to feel the beat, and then it comes in the vibe. Then it comes in the lyrics. Like the lyrics it plays a little bit, but the beat is what gets the attention.
Yeah. Well, I got two more that we add to that. First, I want to know what is your hobby that you do, and then your off day. What do you do during your off day, and what do you do on vacation? What do you like to do on your off day? What do you like to do on vacation? First of all, what is your hobby that somebody out there might not know? What is it that AE likes to do?
I'd probably say travel. I love to travel. Since I've been back in January, I maybe spent this last weekend was probably my first weekend in Starkville. Like I'm gone every weekend. And even then I was supposed to go to Vegas to go to the Conor McGregor fight, which I'm glad I didn't go to.
Yes. Yeah.
That was crazy.
And that was crazy. But, I love to travel, play video games and stuff like that. I've kind of been getting away from video games. I don't really got time like that no more. It's just, I've been trying to find something new. And, I want to get into like, maybe hunting, something different, something new I've never done before.
Interesting.
But, just finding a new hobby is what I'm really interested in right now.
You gonna try golf?
I feel like I've heard golfing and it builds a lot of connections, even outside of just
that it does. But it's also
closes a lot of deals.
Closes a lot of deals, get you a lot of networking and stuff done. But from what I've heard is it also takes your mind away from your everyday.
Yeah, that's
because
unless you're like me and you're constantly going to the rough and the trees and everywhere else to find your ball, then it's more frustrating.
Nah, for sure. I think I'm gonna get into golf and maybe when I get to the league, get with them old heads or something like that, just
that's something every player that I've talked to, once they start it, they get hooked.
They're hooked.
It's kind of like fishing. Like that's just something you do. You do and you just talk the whole time.
That's it. Fishing is so relaxing. Whether you're bass fishing, whether you're deep sea, whatever it is. I
swear every time I look at RL's Facebook stories,
I'm gone.
He's gone. He's somewhere fishing.
Matter of fact, I just fried up fish yesterday because I had caught probably probably about 40 pounds of catfish. Yeah, and I just had a fish fry yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nah, I love to travel though. Traveling that's my thing right there. Just seeing new stuff.
Well, my last question to you, brother, and then we're gonna let you get out of here. My last question to you is, whether it's now or once you make that leap, what is your vacation spot that you want to go to? Your most exotic place that you definitely want to go to? You got to go.
It's a couple places. Like, I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Japan.
Love it. I haven't been there.
I want to go to Thailand. Like, it's a whole bunch of places I want to go. Like, and I don't even have a passport yet. Like, I need to get my passport.
You better get that thing.
Yeah, you do.
I need to get my passport. But those are the three places I want to go. I need to go to Tokyo. Like, that's what I want to do next. But I got to get my passport. Like, that's probably something I'm gonna do right after the season. Like, right after the season, I'm gonna be gone. So yeah, traveling is, like I said earlier, that's one of my favorite things to do. You know, you get away from this, get away from football, get away from, just
The thing I love about traveling, especially international travel, is it opens up your mind and opens up your eyes to just different cultures and different mindsets and worldviews, and you get to see a whole. We live in America, like we live in a box. Traveling, you get to really experience a whole different
Japan,
world, literally.
Tokyo is definitely one place that's on my list to go.
Mine too.
I've seen videos and stuff, and what I'm amazed with is, well, I worked at Toyota, which is it's Japanese. So we work with a lot of Japanese people. And like you said, it's the culture, the morals in Japan, just how clean it is, the technology and stuff that they have over there that we don't have. It's just something that I just got to experience.
Yeah, they're like more advanced than what we are.
Way more advanced, man. And I mean, to be that advanced, and you look on the street and there's no trash.
Yeah, like nothing.
So. Nothing. There's no trash or nothing on the street. It just amazes me. Something about that culture that it draws me to it.
We need that culture in New York City.
Yeah, right. That ain't gonna happen over there. Well, brother, congratulations on all your success. I pray over you that you have a healthy, successful season. And when you have that watch party, going into the season, I'm there. I want to be there for that one. That is your moment. It's coming. You are blessed. You are blessed. Continue to keep him in your life. Keep God first in your life, young man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, boy. Love you.
Love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. Always remember, young boys, your body is your money. Keep God first.
There it is.
Absolutely. Your body's a temple. Well, Anthony, it has been a pleasure. Thank you again. Guys, you've been watching another episode of Between the Hashes, a Texas high school football podcast. Until next time, let's go.
Go Runners.
Yeah. Friday night, Texas sky, we lit, house packed out, whole town in it, pace crash hard, heartbeat sink. This that show that make you think. Under them lights, we don't play, we ball. From the small town fields to the big state cars, we talk rivalries, legends, up next kings, breakdowns, hot takes, all them rings. Turn it up, don't miss this drive. Texas high school dreams, so loud, so loud, so loud. You tune in now, right away. This the part they crave every Friday. Welcome to the show where the